now we will move to something close, but not similar. And it's also using big data and data management. This will be about climate mitigation. So a case study that will be presented by CEST and Efthimiadou. Now you change your name, it was Nikolaos before. So I got confused because I only have small pictures. It's 100 people, so it's difficult to see where CEST was. So now you're there, you're connected.
Yes, I'm here. Can you see me now? And I'm still CEST.
You're still CEST, not Nikolaos.
Before we were just two Nikos. Because a colleague sent me the link, so we were two of Nikos.
Okay, so CEST is from the Hellenic Agricultural Organization, Dimitrios, and also from the Athens Agricultural University. So I think you are double affiliated, and we are very eager to hear your presentation. Please, you can share your screen.
Thank you so much. Give me a minute. I suppose you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can. Just use full screen.
Yes. So here I am. As you said, and thank you very much. I'm very happy to join this conference. It's the second time for me. It's very interesting as it started. We are a team from the Hellenic Agricultural Organization, and we have been working with bioinformatics a bit, as much as we can. Most of us, we are agriculturists. We have some informatics in the team. You can see the team. So here I am discussing about climate mitigation and farming, not animal farming, but pure agriculture. Our thought was to talk about irrigation. So let's see how this goes. The planet is changing regarding climate change. Climatic change is on the way and the population is increasing rapidly. At this moment, we are many people on the planet, and there is like, and it's increasing every year like 1%. So the problem is coming. The population is increasing. The methods that are needed in order to succeed the sustainable development includes everything, along with dairy farming, along with agriculture. Depending on the region, the climate change is affecting mainly the hydrological cycle. Annual precipitation trends in Europe indicate that Northern Europe has become 10 to 40% wetter the last century, while Southern Europe has become drier, around 20%. Images like that are very often nowadays. 3 of these pictures come from the last days from Greece. Greece now is a wet country. We never thought about it, but yes, we are. So we have been battling with flooding a lot, and the thing is getting intenser. These images are from Africa, of course, but also from California. The one from the bottom, that I'm not sure if you can see it moving, presents in California and drainage system, which now doesn't need to work. There is a lot of desertification. Farmers need to adopt new technologies in order to survive. It's the only way we can do that. And here we are discussing about sustainable irrigation. There are many ways to think about long terms achieving sustainable irrigation, but there are 2 short terms, and we are here to discuss it along with these systems and machine learning. So it's the irrigation methods and precise irrigation. Regarding irrigation methods, we have more or less to avoid flooding. As you can see from the pictures, people used to flood the cultivation, mainly in cultivations like cotton, which is the main cultivation discussed in this project, and rice. The second is precise irrigation, which means that we have to irrigate when it is needed, when it is absolutely needed. This means sustainability. And we're discussing cotton because, first of all, we are from Greece, and Greece is the largest cotton producer in the United Union, accounting more than 80% of European productions. Cotton production presents the 8% of total Greek agricultural production, and this is increasing. You may have already read in the news or in the scientific papers, wherever you can, that cotton production is increasing. It is a very demanding, water-demanding agricultural practice, and it is increasing because it is needed for the COVID masks. More and more is used. Now in the 2020, we are calculating already like 15% increase in the cotton production area. So irrigating cotton has two key points. One, that it should be properly managed irrigation, because it provides more consistent yield from year to year. And two, irrigation protects the crop yield potential. Being short an inch of water, just an inch of water at the wrong time can easily result in the loss of 75 pounds of seed or 50 pounds of fiber, which means that irrigating cotton is really, really important for the farmers. So let's see in amounts what this means. It's estimated that approximately the 70% of the world's fresh water is for irrigation. The world's fresh water is consumed for agriculture, not for drinking, not for anything else, just for irrigating. And cotton is one of those cultivation along with rice, taking the 80% of this 70%. So it was very interesting for us to work with that. The solution, as I already told you, is sustainability. Taking action, irrigating in our case, when it is needed. This means sustainability. So for sustainable irrigation, we have to observe, we have to count, and then to decide. And there it comes the decision support system. Using telemetry and plasmatoscopy can give an holistic solution to the problem, which means smart farming. My colleague before, in terms of agricultural universities and institutions, spoke already for smart farming. The DS system means creation of an intelligent system focused on the needs of the end user. The end user is the farmer. The end user is indeed the agriculture itself, the cultivation itself. And of course, visualization on the PC, on the mobile, and observing. Real-time measurement is absolutely necessary. So the idea is the interconnection of several means of telemetry and spectroscopy with a view of a holistic solution to the problem. And the problem is excessive irrigation. Creation and development of a modern decision system, a support system, and that users can see 24 hours per day, every day of the week, 7 to 7, and visualize to see how it goes. Monitoring real-time measurements with field sensors, and this giving a hint if we need to irrigate or not. Here is the flow diagram, which is our input data is coming from sensors, is coming from Sentinel-2, and from irrigation amounts. These all come to models, algorithms, and which have to be tested and tested and tested again and again through machine learning in order to give them an app that it truly works. So step one, irrigation model that comes from sensors. We have to calculate the evaporation using soil sensors and meteorological station from each field. Each field has to be has to have the sensors, has to give all this data, because we speak about precise agriculture, not simple things. irrigation model is also comes along with evaporation. The evaporation is very affected from the soil itself, from the quality of the soil, and from the phenological states of the plant. Satellite images. We need to take images from the satellite in order to calculate the phenological states and also the humidity of the soil. The images give us something like that you can see in these images. The red, the green, all these small spectrum images give us more detail, and all these come together to the final app that the Greek farmers, and hopefully not only the Greek, but worldwide, will use it. Nowadays, along with the questionnaires that we have done, we have found that the 21% of the farmers are able to use such application, but this is rapidly increasing, and we calculate that in 2025, the 60% of the farmers could use it. So let's do more work on that. This is the image we get in the PC. We have the farm, which we are observing, cotton up to now. This is censored, it has the sensors, it has the meteorological data, and we get the satellite images. And all this together, through machine learning, is giving a result on an algorithm that it truly works. This algorithm will give us the time, along with the phenological stage always from the plant, the time that we should irrigate or not. This is the app. It's already working, so it's there to be seen. We have to say that we think it's really useful. We have already applied for that. You can see corn, which does not cover a wide range of crops. We have been working on that, and we have applied in a Prima program, which includes more cultivations like olive oil, strawberries, and corn and wheat. So we hope that in 3 years' time we will be able to present it again with more data and more problems for other cultivations. So the result is that yes, we can identify the irrigation needs, and yes, we can use a decision support system that can help us irrigate and precise irrigate when it is needed. So I have to thank you for your attention. Hopefully it was a bit interesting, and I'm here for questions if we have time, of course. Eric?
So, thank you very much, Sisi, for this.
You're more than welcome.
If anyone has questions, please put them on the chat, and Sisi will be happy to answer them.
Hi, Sisi. Many thanks for this presentation, and my best compliments for your work.
Thank you, Domenica.
Is if you know there are other initiatives like this type of study also in other places than in Greece. There are also other countries in Europe that are making this type of studies and trying to implement this type of control for cultivar irrigation.
Yes, I know there are people working in Turkey and also in Slovenia. We have we have been working with them because we have applied for this Prima funding. We got first stage and now we're on the second stage. So I found them and we are now working all together, hoping that something better will come. The people from the university in Turkey, they are experts in olive. So it would be very interesting. The trees have a bit of difficulty because of the, of the leaves. We cannot see easily the bare soil. While in cultivations like corn and wheat, it's easier to see the bare soil at the start and decide what kind of soil is that without even being there. It would be very interesting to work. They are also working with drones. This is another part. And let's see how this goes. We are still up. The deadline is next week, so hopefully I will let you know more in 3 years' time if we get it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you also. Thank you too.
There are questions, Sisi, on the chat. Do you see them?
Yes, because as we are now applying on that, I'm not sure I can, but if you give me like 5 months time, when we will get a yes, it's all yours. So please send me an email in after Christmas when I will know the results, and my co-workers will. I'm sure they will agree to share.
So, any other questions? I must say that if you have colleagues that try to join, we just discovered that we have a room for 500 participants, but the Zoom has limited the participation. So there are people that are not being able to join after we are over 100 simultaneous attendants. So please, if you have anyone that is asking you, or you can maybe tell them that we are trying to solve the issue, unfortunately. Yeah. So any other questions by the audience? I think that Domenica is moving her immobilized hand.
Yes, because better that I talk also, because it is not easy for me to digit on the computer. This is many people are having problem to connect to the Slack channel, and I am explaining to all that unfortunately the Slack channel is set up for 100 people connection, no more. We were not expecting so many people to register to the conference, so we didn't look at this aspect before. I will try to see how we can do for enlarge the number of people that can connect to Slack, but please do not feel limited in your communication because you cannot access Slack. You can post any comment here into the chat of the conference, and so I apologize for this. We will try to solve, but if you have something that you would like to communicate to all people or to us or whatever, please use the chat box here into Zoom.
Thank you very much, Domenica, for the information. Sisi, there is one last question there, so I don't remember if you answered that. How about the accuracy of the system?
The accuracy of the system depends, I suppose you're asking from what it depends. So if we want to be
Merwan is asking. So Merwan, could you elaborate a little on the question?
You always have something to say, you know, so.
You may speak shortly.
Okay, thank you. I'm holding back.
Can I ask the question about the accuracy?
Yes, please do.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm asking about the accuracy of your model depending on the water that normally it uses. Have you compared to this, to the normal situation for irrigation, for example?
Of course. We have done, yeah, we are now writing a paper also, to be honest. So there is a comparison between what it should be done, no, I have to correct. What it is done in the practice, in the agricultural practice, in the agricultural experiments. I suppose you're not an agriculturalist, correct?
No.
So that if I'm telling very easy things for you, please stop me. Okay. So in the agricultural practice, when we want to compare something, we choose the same area, a field with the same characteristics. And we do what we want to test and the traditional practice, the practice of the area. So the comparison should be at the end, the agronomic characteristics of the plants and the yield and the crop quality and everything. So let's irrigate correctly, I mean, smart irrigating, and let's traditional irrigation, the practice of the area of the farmers. What did they do before us? How much water did they put before us? And let's see how this goes. Are we better? Are we truly better, or just saying that?
Okay, Cici, I think that we are all going to and wait for your paper to read some more detail about this. Thank you very much, Miran, for the question.